Well, hello, Warriors. Hope everyone's having a good week. I just want to update some of the market movements that have been forecasted. Some pretty good ideas for me. I'm not embarrassed to say when I'm wrong or I'm in a drawdown. So why should I be shy about saying had a good week? And anyone that's been here in TradeGate Hub has been listening to Michael and me and the rest of our team have had some great ideas starting off with. I think this is really an important week was the breakdown in crude under 74. So I was talking about this potentially being a failing rally. So it's trying to hold this low right here. But I would think that there are more stops under this low for people that got long looking for new highs than there are now stops over this recovery failing rally high at this point. So, and you look at it on a weekly basis, and I've been talking about the 2 week off number being pretty important, and that's how we get reversals. Okay, and you definitely, even though there's 1 day left, you have to wait till Friday to get the weekly finish candle. But the weekly off number this week was 75.10. Okay, so let's kind of look at this off number and see what we had as far as a high this week. 75.40, 75.50, but very close to the off number. I like when markets have to rally up into it for short selling and for markets to decline if the off number is underneath the market for buying a break. So it looks like it's trying to recover here. Also, keep in mind we have Jay Powell on the second day of testimony. They used to call it Humphrey Hawkins, and now he'll be talking to the senators. So we'll see what happens there. The other good call was the short side of the yen from the 1060 level. It's trying to put in a higher low. I don't believe this low is going to stand. And I would be a seller up here between 1020 and 1040 looking for new lows. I think we're going to trade under the 108 handle. So that's what, that's an important part of risk, also an important part of yield. So both the yen and yields fell, right? So as you want to keep reinforcing this correlation. When US dollar yen is under pressure, it means lower yields and it means higher metal prices. So gold did achieve an objective I talked about early in the week up towards the 1830 level. In fact, at one point last night, 1834. If you're bearish, you don't want to see it start to close over 1840, 1845. And I just want to show you something short term that I'm looking to do if I get the opportunity to do it either today or tomorrow. And you could see here's drive one on the 15-minute time frame, which was a confirmed high. And here's drive two, which did not confirm. And looking to see what happens on a drive three. Also, silver is acting a little better than gold today, but when you look at it at a little bit more macro level, gold already took out commensurate highs of like silver right here. See that? And see this. So it took out those highs by quite a bit. So silver is still bringing up the rear. It's outperforming today, but one day does not a trend make. And you have to pay attention to this gold silver ratio. And it looks like it's trying to double top as long as we're above 68 and a half. The relative strength leadership will be in gold. So if you're bullish gold, if you're bullish metals, you buy gold on weakness. And if you're bearish metals, you sell the silver on strength. So that could be what's being provided. Something pretty significant happening. Maybe Powell's going to be a little bit more hawkish today, but early in the week, I talked about the potential of a reversal week in the S&Ps and for it to be a week It's got to be a Friday. So let's look at it. We're within 10 handles of a 2 week reversal. It's already a reversal week. If it sticks at these levels, we're lower on the week. And the 2 week off number comes in at 43.49. So we're only 8 handles away from the S&P's posting a 2 week reversal, which it hasn't done in quite a while. So even now, the Nasdaq starting to give up the ghost a little bit. It's about unchanged on the week. But I kept bringing up the canary in the coal mine, and this also plays into a stronger dollar. Stronger dollar is not bullish for most markets, but here you go. Here's the Russell. And when we earlier in the week when we bounced, I said this could be a failing rally, and it certainly looks like it's a failing rally. Closes over under 220 are pretty negative when you look at it on the daily, and a lot of people are saying, well, Dale, this is just it had a great run. So you look at the weekly. We had this huge run in the starting last fall around the election. It was really outperforming everything, but it stalled right around. And this is why I bring up things like equinoxes and solstices, and you get turning points. So, I mean, look at the high. It was right at the spring equinox and never took out the high. Tried a few times, a few attempts, but this to me has been the canary in the coal mine, not making new highs. In fact, um, I put out, I don't know, a week or two ago where I was, just so convinced that there's something wrong with the Russell 2000. I said, sell it anywhere. Okay. Not trying to be real specific on the entry, basically just get short and risk the March highs. Well, you don't have to do that anymore as we're heading lower. The weekly gave some sell signals last week. The 2 week off number was triggered last week. Pretty good follow through. So Russell in trouble. Okay. And Bitcoin continues to decline. I've been talking about move to 36. So, I think this is what I was looking at. It's a possible three drive if we get it there. Let me move me out of the way. So just a little trend line here and see what this looks like. Yeah, maybe I'll do it from here. I have a little bit more of an angle. So this is going to be an area to keep an eye on. I know a lot of people are looking for this 26 level, and coincidentally, this line comes in here for a wedge right around 26.2. So that's what I'll be looking for, 26.2. And looking at Ethereum, which is down also. God, I have a speed line would take it to all the way to 400. In fact, if you want to, look at something as a joke, you look at this as say a head and shoulders formation from over 60 to 30. You know what the measured move is? Anyone want to guess if this is a neckline here at 30,000 with a high of 60? It measures zero. Okay. Hey, how you doing, G Dory? So Bitcoin on the head and shoulders top is measures zero or negative like crude last year. So I don't think it's a valid formation. Anyway, we'll be looking, but if you drew a neckline here and measured the formation, that's what it would take it down to, zero. So still under pressure, not acting great. And, I just want to, Friday is mainly book squaring day unless you have an NFP. So, I hope I've added value um, to people that are here watching me Monday through Thursday. How you doing, Doug? And Michael is rescheduled for next week. He's in the Hamptons, so he trades the boss's money. So being invited to the boss's summer place in the Hamptons means that Michael must be doing pretty good. So we're going to have two interviews next week, and Michael's going to be, I believe, on Tuesday is our reschedule for Michael. And keep in mind that what's happening here in the dollar is, you know, it's acting pretty good. I would love a rally in euro. Okay. Give me a rally back to, 1930, 1960, and I'm short. You could almost call this an irregular. This could be a right shoulder, head shoulder. It's not symmetrical at all, but you just do a measured move. And I'm looking for longer term buys. And I've been talking about this for 6 months around the 113, 114 level. That should be commensurate with about 95 in the Dixie. So want to invite everyone to join us here. It's free in TradeGate Hub. It's a great place to follow the markets, whether you're an FX trader or commodities trader. And if you're a stock trader, we have a great analyst trader that you have to see his routine in the morning and how he curates all his lists and how he goes about making decisions for his entries and exits in the stock market. So a big change in oil. Uh, S&Ps are now currently about 8 away from a reversal week. I think that you were getting a pretty negative day. It didn't start off that way in NASDAQ, but we're cutting through this blue moving average. Uh, the important thing for NASDAQ will be when it approaches, if it approaches, say this 14.3 level, because this was a 3 drive that turned into a throw over. So I've been taking heat, and that's why I bought time on my put positions, went out to December. But really, the sell signal, the clean conservative sell signal, does not happen in NASDAQ until we're back inside this wedge formation. And that comes in right around 14.3 or so. So we're still 500 points, NASDAQ points away. So we'll see what happens. I'm still bearish. I know I was premature. I was doing it in here, but I actually added to my position this week. So we'll see if it's going to pay. It's in SQQ, QQ. It's the triple bearish triple Qs, and we're starting to turn up here, and we start getting back over 9. I think that this is going to be a great way to participate in a very big correction in NASDAQ. Okay, so all we have to do is get back over 910 to be back inside this wedge. So it's the opposite of NASDAQ. NASDAQ goes down, this triple bearish ETF goes up. So accumulating this, I never expect immediate gratification. And I want to leave you with VIX. So I still think VIX is carving out a right shoulder. Here's your left shoulder. Here's your head. Here's your right shoulder. Here's your neckline up around 20. And I would not be short volatility. I know a lot of people make a living out of selling VIX products because there is tremendous erosion in them. So you make money selling volatility, but I also remember that when you have spikes like this, you may have been picking up nickels off the sidewalk forever, but then you have a move like this and you get steamrolled, and all the nickels that you collected over this time frame turns into major losses. So if you're going to short volatility, have an exit strategy. And I'd say if we start closing back over this 21, a lot of confluence here, 21, 22, you need to buy volatility. So I'm a believer in buying volatility down here. And I love volatility. How about you guys? Raise your hand if you love volatility. So again, our mission here and my mission, the mission of TradeGate Hub, is to build up and edify traders every day. Also, when you look at the weekly, we're getting a 2-week reversal if we close above 1508, which looks pretty likely by tomorrow's close. So we could be getting our first reversal signal here, 2-week reversal on the VIX. So trade well, as Mike says. And as I say, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Thanks very much for paying attention and watching this. If you watch this on YouTube, please press the like key, bang it. And if you have any questions, you could leave them there and I'll answer them. Or you could come into our main chat room, our main trading room, and I welcome questions. There's no such thing as a silly question, only silly answers. So with that being said, have a great Friday, great weekend. Hope you caught some of this downside in the yen and in the oil, and that you're ready for what might be happening up here after a parabolic advance. Okay, so that's a wrap, everyone. Good hunting and adios. And I'll see you on Monday. Take it easy.